to begin martial our very own power. And with precision we become exact, more accurate by the hour. These are the virtues for you and for me. This is the way that I live, and these are the things that I see. My mama, she told me, she said, no, bye. No, bye.
Yeah.
Discrimination is the ability to see the real truth. And no matter what you read, see on TV, it always deals with you. So be patient, unbelievable, and please be kind. Keep discrimination and discipline in the back of your mind. And be lovable and understanding and obedient to your truths. 'Cause these are the only real. Oh, these are the only real. Yeah, these are the only real. Oh, these are the only real. Wise man does not judge another man's mistakes, and the patient mind is always willing to wait. Say, ow. Don't stop the reggae music. Don't stop the reggae. Take it to the top. Don't stop. Don't stop the reggae music. Don't stop the reggae. Make you rock, 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 rock. You got it. Go for it. Take it to the top. You got it. Go for it. Reggae music makes you rock, 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 rock. Just stop complaining. Start rearranging. Love will grab your body. Living is giving. Loving is living. Living is loving. Loving is giving. Don't stop the reggae. Don't stop the reggae music. Don't stop the reggae. Take it to the top. Don't stop the reggae music. Don't stop the reggae music. Don't stop the reggae music. Make you rock, 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 rock. Don't hide your pride. Keep your head up high. Love will grab your body. Just stop complaining. Start rearranging. Love will grab your body. Don't stop the reggae. Don't stop the reggae music. Don't stop the reggae music. Take it to the top. Don't stop the reggae music. Don't stop the reggae. Don't stop the reggae music. Makes you rock, 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 rock. Music that is good for your soul. Music gives you self-control. Music is so divine. Music that brings out the best in you. Music that is real and true. Music, reggae music takes over your mind. Don't stop the reggae. Don't stop the reggae music. Don't stop the reggae music. Take it to the top. Don't stop the reggae music. Don't stop. Don't stop the reggae music. Makes you rock, 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 rock. Feel the rhythm. Let's stop killing one another. Don't talk to her like that. She's somebody's mother. Don't hit him in the back like him. There is no other. My people, don't you want to live? Don't you want to live? Let's stop killing ourselves. Keep up this killing, there'll be none of us left. Share more love and take the drugs off the shelf. My people, don't you want to live? Don't you want to live? Oh, we are original kings and queens. Living is given. If you know what I mean, don't let death come by surprise. Our babies don't wanna die. Can't you see Jah wants us to live? Oh, let's stop killing one another. Don't talk to her like that. She's somebody's mother. Don't hit him in his back. He's your brother. My people, don't you wanna live? Don't you wanna live? Oh, we are original kings and queens. Living is given. If you know what I mean, don't let death come by surprise. Our babies don't wanna die. Can't you see Jah wants us to live? Let's stop killing one another. Don't talk to her like that. She's somebody's mother. Don't hit him in his back. He's your brother. My people, don't you wanna live? Live. Don't you wanna live? Got to share Lead up ourselves. Don't you wanna live? Yeah, don't you wanna live? Let's stop the killing. Let's stop the killing. Let's stop the raping. Let's stop the stealing. Let's stop destroying each other's families. Don't you wanna live? Don't you wanna live? Oh, let's stop. Let's stop the killing. Oh, let's stop. Let's stop the killing. You know that's somebody's mother. You know that's somebody's child. You know that's somebody's mother. You know that's somebody's smile. We are original kings and queens. Living is given. If you know what I mean. Don't let death come by surprise. Our babies don't wanna die.
Good morning and welcome to the Peace in the Morning Show with Darius Stanton right here at www.elifemedia.net. We are all pumped up and ready to go, so take that deep breath. I don't know if y'all remember yesterday or not, but we were stretching and moving and bumping and grooving. Well, we always grooving on the Peace in the Morning Show. And we are in the studio this morning with I always love my mama because she's my favorite girl. Hey, Mom, peace and love. Queen to the world. Welcome to the Peace of the Morning Show. How you doing this morning, Mom?
Oh, I feel great always. I'm always giving thanks and praises for life.
For life.
You can get up and be about your own business and take care of yourself and go to the bathroom and know that you can pray and move around. Well, you are totally blessed.
You can do it. That's right. Life and love. And also in the studio with us, as always, our good brother, Delegate Darius Bonds. What's up, Debo?
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
That's right. Let the people see you, brother. Let us see what it look like this morning.
All right.
Wow. That's right. And coming to the studio very shortly, she's actually already in the studio on deck and will be with us real soon, is none other than author, entrepreneur, and just dynamic all-around person. Been a jewel since I've been known, which has been over 25 years. That's right. In the studio real soon will be Miss Angela Baltimore. So let's give her a big round of applause. She's going to inspire. And you know, today is Entrepreneur Wednesday. So, quick positive news story that we're going to share. We're going to just touch base on it briefly. But I want you to do some research on the brother named Ralph Bunche. Ralph Bunche. And one of the things that I want you to do is he had a major contribution to the world that has impacted society for generations. All right? A major contribution. I want you to let us know what that is. And our author, Ms. Baltimore, will be giving away, right here live on the Peace in the Morning Show, some of her books. And so the third person that gives us a call and lets us know at 240-455-5934 what Ralph Bunche was known for that impacted the world. It's something very significant. Give us a call at 240-455-5934. And in a future show, we'll be talking about and doing a whole dedicated entire show to Mr. Ralph Bunche, who has an African-American male who had an impact, as I said, on the world as we know it. So moving right along, Entrepreneur Wednesday, we always work to help, give tools and talents and tips that can allow you to take your business, yourself, your community to the next level. And today is no different. We're just focusing today on entrepreneurship. And one of the things that I think is common in terms of our theme with regard to that is I want you to pay attention to when people say they got into business, what their influences are, especially when they become passions. And a lot of that is driven and rooted, as we always say on the Peace in the Morning Show, at home. Now, last Wednesday, we had a dynamic duo in the studio, and I'm not going to say A&W.
A&F.
I'm going to say A&F, Commercial and Residential Cleaning Services, Ms. Frankie and Andre Washington. And not only was their story just very powerful in terms of how they came together, they started the business in the recession, and they started working together. Once they started the business, they were traveling from here from Fredericksburg all the way here every day to work, clean basically Gold's Gyms. So they were, extremely committed. But in addition to being committed, they also talked about how working together as husband and wife as a double deal, a dynamic duo, worked for them. So we'll talk a little bit about today because she did something else special. She sang for us. Now I don't know if we're gonna be able to get this guest this morning to sing for us, but if we do, it would be a real treat because like we're working to get the Funky Friday. So we'll also talk today about the Legislative Black Caucus. We're going to get a little bit of music, and when we come back, we're going to hear from Delegate Bonds about the Legislative Black Caucus weekend that's coming up in Annapolis, Maryland, this coming Friday. The conference will be full of outstanding, dynamic topics that we need to address right away. So go online, look at the Maryland State Legislative Black Caucus, city agenda, and when we come back, you'll hear from Delegate Darius Bonds sharing it here on the Peace in the Morning Show.
Y'all watching you rush the revolution.
to the morning show. Thank you so much to our corporate sponsor, Tunnel Vision Sports Apparel. If you're looking for jackets, jerseys, uniforms, T-shirts with a dynamic design, then you want Tunnel Vision to be your company, because not only are they focused on putting apparel on your back, but they're also focused on putting focus into your life. Tunnel Vision, definitely want to support them for supporting groups and organizations and communities as they've done throughout the DMV since their existence. Delegate Bond.
Yes.
So this weekend is Legislative Black Caucus weekend, and you know a lot about that because you are the first vice chair of the Maryland State Legislative Black Caucus. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So give us we got Friday is a whole slew of conferences,
right.
Trainings and workshops. So what are some of the things that are going to be happening throughout the day on Friday, and then, take us all into Saturday night?
I mean, I think this is a golden opportunity to get our constituents, people involved. This weekend is similar to what goes on the congressional level. Only difference ours is a little bit smaller, so it's impacted by a weekend of activities to give folks an opportunity to learn about different issues that affect their lives and their community. Like we'll have a workshop based on health by your good friend, Senator Nathan Pulliam. And she does an outstanding job in talking about different health issues that plague the African-American community. So those that are interested in those types of health issues, I think it incumbents you to definitely make your way to Annapolis for that. Veterans, there's an issue on veterans. There's a seminar on redistricting, which affects everybody, because then you know where you are and how the voting lines are. So that is a big one that's coming up. Medical cannabis. Delegate Glenn is the moderator on that. So we'll be talking about that and what we're going to do during this upcoming session. There's an issue on IEPs for those that are in education. Courtney Green is facilitating that. So there's a whole slew of issues or subject matters that we'll be discussing that I think is relevant to our community. I think it's an opportunity for those to come out and get involved and to learn something, to take away something, and then apply those lessons learned and take it back to your community. I think it's great. And then on Saturday morning is our business over breakfast. So this is an opportunity for small, medium, and large businesses to have a conversation with the members of the Black Caucus to talk about the agenda in which we go forward from a business standpoint, which is always great. And I'll be leading that effort on Saturday morning with our businesses around the state of Maryland to go into discussion. But more importantly, we have Carla Reed, who is the CEO of WSSE, who will be our keynote speaker for that. And I'm excited for Carla to come out and impart some wisdom into us on what's going on from a business standpoint. And then lastly is the gala itself, Saturday night, which will be at the MGM National Harbor. So, and we're awarding some pioneers like Senator Curry and Delegate Howard on their years of service and the things that they have contributed to our community, as well as to the Maryland General Assembly. So I think it's going to be a great time for all. I think it's important that we all come out and participate and rally and get to know who your legislators are, more importantly.
Right.
Because a lot of times people will always say, I don't even know who you are.
Right.
All right. So here's an opportunity, and we have been talking about this for the last week on the upcoming session, the weekend itself. So here's an opportunity for folks to get involved, get to know who your legislators are, get to know what their priorities are, get to know what they're going to try to introduce as far as legislation this upcoming year, and really try to rally behind that, because there are some really important issues before us that we really need your support.
Awesome.
Well, I want to ask you, Delegate Barnes, in lieu of what you're just saying, are these workshops free and open to the public? Is there a cost factor, a tag, a finance attached to them, or how does this actually work?
outstanding question.
Outstanding.
You know, the workshops and everything on Friday is totally free. You know, we're providing free lunch. We're providing the workshops are free. The education is free. The material that you'll receive is free. So here's an opportunity to take advantage of a free event.
And it's for children as well. You have youth workshops.
We have youth workshops. We have young professional workshops for our millennials. So this is a golden opportunity to get involved, to take advantage of the knowledge and wisdom that are being imparted in you, and to take it back to your community. Especially on Friday morning, there's an overview on the history of the Black Caucus that is being presented by Senator McFadden, who does an outstanding job on giving the history of the Black Caucus and all the chairs that came before us and where we are. And then you can see the progression of what we've been doing over the last couple of years that I think folks really want to come out and get involved in.
All right, so let's get all pumped up and ready to go. Pumped up and ready to go. Win, win, win. So we're going to take a break. When we come back, we will see and hear from Miss Angela Baltimore. I am tired. I am not. I am. The eyes have it. Angela Baltimore, right here on the Peace in the Morning Show. Come on, crank it, Queen. Thank you so much, Tremaine Crawford, for asking that question. We will definitely send that back out. Welcome back to the Peace of the Morning Show. That was Queen Ayasuda and her Royal Court Orchestra. So we thank you. And we have in the studio right now a native of Annapolis, Maryland, a author now, a singer, an entrepreneur, and a friend, someone that, you know, I hadn't seen in years, but she's always been a jewel. Miss Angela Baltimore, welcome to the Peace in the Morning Show.
Good morning.
So Angela, you know, as I said, you look almost exactly the same, still beautiful as ever, and your spirit, you know, has always been the thing that has always shined. So I'm so glad to see you and excited to have you be a part of our family. So, you know, tell us all about yourself. You know, I gave a little bit about where you grew up, but give us a little bit about your background and who you are. Who is Angela Baltimore?
Well, I grew up in the city of Annapolis. Was there probably till after high school. Moved to Prince George's County, Maryland, and I've been a Prince George's County native for probably the last 20 years.
Oh, wow.
In these last few years, I've come to an awakening of who I am and my passions in life. And I was listening to you talking about the entrepreneurs that were here last week, I think it was, and how they had been in the business for quite some time. And they've been doing some cleaning, and now the business is really booming. Well, here I am in my 40s, and my passion just started. It wasn't 40 years ago, 30 years ago. I've always been a preacher's kid. I've always been a twin sister. I've always been a mom. But I've never had a passion that was just mine. And within the last couple of years, that thing burst forth for me. And because of that is why I'm sitting here today to share with others that whatever your passion and your dream is, if it's strong enough for you, it should drive you in the direction of your destiny.
So tell us, so you written this beautiful book. Who did the artwork for your book?
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Her name is Valerie Grayson, and it's Victory Graphics, and you can look her up online, and I also have her information.
Okay.
She did all the design. I told her what I wanted and what my vision was, and she made it come to life.
And who's the teenager that she put on the...
The teenager? That was me probably 15 years ago. I'm 15 pounds lighter, so I guess I need to come up with some new pictures.
No,
A friend of mine looked at that and said, "Who is that?" I said, "Girl, that's me. Stop it."
Exactly.
No, that's why you're here, so we can bring you right to your original self.
Live and technicolor,
Yeah,
right?
so people can see this is the real you, and this is your cousin.
This is me.
It is. So, you have an event coming up this weekend.
Yes. On Friday evening, October the 27th at 6 p.m., we're calling it the Book Propel. It is the launch for my book, the publication The Eyes Have It. It is free. I wanted to celebrate it with the city of Annapolis, with my family, not just Annapolis, but Kentland, Landover, Cheverly, Palmer Park. I live in what people used to call the Kentland Zoo. It's not the Kentland Zoo anymore, but that's where I live, and I want to share with whoever would like to celebrate this book launch with me. Come down to Annapolis, to the Great Hall, to St. Philip's Episcopal Church on Bestgate Road, and join us at 6 p.m.
I love the title of the event. You invite you to the Book Propel. I love that.
Thank you.
Well, I didn't have an opportunity to read the book, but can you share with us and our viewing audience, what is the book? What is it about? And then, more importantly, what propelled you to write this book?
The book is a collection of stories, very simplistic, very practical, based on 3 elements in our lives that affect us: situational, relational, and interpersonal. I like to say that the sum of all parts of our experiences equals the whole of who we become. And so interpersonally, relationally, and situationally, we respond to the world based on what our experiences have been as we've grown up. As I grew up, I was a PK. I was in the church. We were taught to be seen and not heard. We had to keep our business. We had to keep our secrets. We had to be kind. We had to smile. We had to always look happy. But now that I'm older and I have to run my own life, I find that all that doesn't work like that. And it's really all that true. And so I had to learn to be true to myself. And what I found over the years is in my relationships, my past showed up. In situations and how I responded, my past showed up. Interpersonally, and how I dealt with the world and how I thought about things, my past showed up. So when does new education, new information, new money, new sex, new man, new friends, new job, new career, when does new education, new information change the way you think? And that's what this book is about. And so what I did is I took some stories that were dear to me. They're all very unconventional stories, and I wrote about them. And you will find yourself, hopefully, in some of these stories.
Well, I love that. When does new information impact you? We have a call on the line. 240-455-5934 is the calling number. Welcome to the Peace in the Morning Show. Who's on the line? Good morning, caller. Well, we're going to count you as caller number 1 just because we said we're going to give some books away today. But Darius Bond said they had the floor, and so I thought it was a phenomenal response.
No, I was glancing through the book, and I think for anyone that has an opportunity to get it, they should, because I think it's more of a self-help book.
Absolutely.
And I was looking at one of the chapters, chapter 2, which is I Am Not Beautiful, which I think can relate to so many people, boys and girls, especially with low self-esteem. And I think you wrote in here that Prince wrote a song entitled the beautiful ones, right? And I thought it was appropriate as I start glancing through and reading some of this, because I think so many people, regardless of your race, your ethnicity, your background, your situations, everyone needs encouragement.
Absolutely.
And everyone can look in the mirror and reflect on the good, bad, and the indifference within themselves. And sometimes we need to be able to read something and say, wow, I am the beautiful one.
Absolutely.
You know, I am the one that, and I think you said in here, you know, the one that I really like is I'm not, you know, and all of these things that I think is appropriate with the title that I am. You know, and I am whatever I want to be.
Absolutely.
If I apply some of these skills and things that you're speaking in here.
Well, we actually have a caller on the line. Caller, thanks so much. Welcome to the Peace in the Morning Show. Who's on the line?
Yes, sir. This is Brother Haki. I mean, the success scholar here. How you doing, my brother Darius?
Doing wonderful, brother. Thank you so much for calling. You're an author yourself. Am I correct, Brother Hakeem?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. A best-selling author of Mission Unstoppable, Extraordinary Stories of Failure, Blessings. Co-authored book with none other than Les Brown and Dr. George C. Frazier.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, thanks so much for calling into the show this morning. And our author in studio this morning, Miss Angela Baltimore, is sharing her story. So I'm glad that you all got a chance to meet and connect. She's doing a book signing this coming Friday in Annapolis, Maryland at the St. Philip's Episcopal Church at the Great Hall, 6 p.m. Oh, 7:30, I apologize.
6 p.m.
6 p.m., 6 p.m. So we definitely want to invite you to connect with her.
Yeah, certainly would love to. I hope I'll be back in town by then. I'm going to try to make it back.
Wonderful. Look, brother, I know you also called us to introduce, we have a guest coming on the show tomorrow, a young man from Bowie State University. Bowie State's homecoming is this weekend. Tell us a little bit about the young brother that's coming on the show tomorrow on the roundtable, please.
So Brother Anthony Thomas, he is the Bowie State president of the Black Male Agenda student organization there on campus, and they have been doing some work on Bowie campus with discussions of manhood and entrepreneurship and consciousness. So, you know, they're like a conscious Pan-African centered student organization, bringing speakers and conversation, bringing up discussions about our ancestors and what we need to do as a people. So I'm working with these young brothers to bring them along in entrepreneurship around Dr. Raymond Shorter, who was the founder or brought these young men up into this organization. So he's still kind of passing the ball to me on some levels, but looking forward to having this young man gaining more, speaking, and he's actually a business major as well as a DJ, and he has an event planning type of company. So this is last year in school, so I'm trying to, do some things on campus as well as get him prepared for the work world.
Well, brother, we believe in retooling leadership, and a key cornerstone of retooling leadership is what you're doing. You're not trying, you're actually doing it, and that's creating succession and promoting young people. You're a best-selling author. You're a host here on the E-Life Media with your own show. You're a motivational speaker, but you're finding time to promote young people. You're finding you're making time to put our young people on the stage, on the mic. You didn't actually come on the show yourself. You wanted to promote the young brother. So I just want to commend you for setting that model of leadership to make sure our community understands the importance of promoting and getting our young people prepared and giving them the platform. So thank you so much, Brother Hakeem. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thanks for joining us, and we'll make sure that you connect with Sister Angela Baltimore.
Sounds good. Thank you, both.
So as we shift to Entrepreneurship Wednesday, in addition to the book, which I just want to say, I love the fact that you address life in the evolutionary stage and how it's okay to change.
Absolutely.
Because we get caught up in not being able to change.
We should be changing and evolving all the time. If you're not, then you're not living your life on purpose.
And I'll tell you one of the things that help you change is if you have a mother like mine that will pull you up in a minute and tell you said too many ahs and ums. You licked your lips too much. I did a show 25 years ago for the city of Atlanta for the mayor. And I'll never forget one day she said, "You gotta stop licking your lips so much."
Looking like LL Cool J.
She said, "I watched you. I counted you licked your lips like 30 times." But my point is, you have to have people in your life that will pull you up and give you the real deal. Not just tell you what you want to hear, but really challenge you to be your best you. And so, tell us though about your entrepreneurship adventure. Annette's twin, which was your twin sister.
It was my twin sister, Annette Lynn Baltimore. She passed in 1993. We were about to turn 24. She had heart problems. Didn't know she was sick. We didn't know she was sick. And once she started showing symptoms, within 2 weeks she was gone. Interestingly enough, the person I had been up until that point, after she died, I was no longer that person. Almost in her death, I obtained life. If anyone who's had that experience can relate, you'll know what I'm saying. And it changed me forever to think about the trajectory that my life was on, the path. And so when I decided to create this company, the name of the company befitting was the name Annette's Twin, because one, it's not about me, it's about what the legacy that she left that I've been able to glean from and that I can carry on. And so the name pays homage to her.
Do you feel like this is so powerful what you're saying, and it's relevant to a lot of people who have lost someone very close to them, and that type of feeling took over them, that new person, that new description of the person. Do you feel like she actually, in her death, spirited you to become who you are right now and to move further? Don't let what happened to me happen to you. You go out there and you get that. I felt it when you said it. My paws, pause like a cat. My paws are racing because I actually feel the transformation.
That's what happened. That's exactly what happened, and it just changed my life forever. And when I think of her now, it's like it was yesterday, almost like it was a different person, because maybe I've become some of who she was.
Right.
So she has impressed and imprinted on me. When she was alive, we weren't as close as I feel her now.
I want to say that.
Yeah.
I want to say that because now I see that you have actually partially become the both of you.
Correct.
You are the double now. When he talked about the double duo, it came into my mind, but I didn't know how to say that to you. And then you just brought it out. Because you are the double duo. Now you are living, activating her life, some of her goals and objectives that she wanted to do. You're saying, you can hear it say, do that. Because I was going to do that. You're going to be good at it. Do that. I feel real good that you're talking about this. Thank you.
What a prophet you are. Thank you.
So, Angela, tell us about what the mission and the vision of your business. You're starting out with the production, but then you have other things that you plan on doing in parts of your family. Share with us, what that's going to evolve into, please.
And that's Twin Productions is an LLC, and our mission is to be able to support empowerment and awareness by different forms of media. And so the first project is with the book, which rightfully speaks to empowerment and awareness. We will have a musical aspect of it. My son Marcus Tom has an entertainment business, Royalty Entertainment, and he's already working within his craft. I invite the arts and media to become a part of what I'm doing, and so because the business is just launching, and as I said before, this is the first project, I anticipate that we'll be able to share and spread the word, because there will be others who will join as a part of my big family, and we will share empowerment and awareness and power of choice with the world.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm excited about the fact that you're promoting, family business. Your son's a graduate of North Carolina A&T.
Yes, he is. Aggie Pride.
Aggie Pride, no doubt about it. And so the fact that you all are working together as a family, and we often talk about, it starts at home, and how important it is for children to be able to see their parents engaged in business, because children model what they see.
Absolutely.
And so that even creates the legacy that you talked about with regard to your sister and the work that your father has done in leading a ministry and the work that you're now doing in terms of helping people grow and inspiring people through your work. You know, and even though it's especially designed for women, it's for everybody.
It's for everybody.
You know, as Delegate Barnes talks about, there are a number of, this is Domestic Violence Month, Awareness Month, and here on the Peace in the Morning Show, we started the campaign of Men for Domestic Peace, which is a birth out of Benning Higher. And we did that because we wanted to put some spotlight on the fact that men have a responsibility, since we're in control of a lot of situations in the management roles or leadership roles on the surface, to create culture that is peaceful. And then in addition to that, that there are victims, male victims of domestic violence. And that often goes unnoticed or untalked about. And then men do not feel the comfort to come to the table and say, I have been abused. And so for you to be able to encourage both men and women and inspire them, you know, it's very exciting. And so we appreciate the work that you've done. Give us a tip for folks who are willing to start or wanting to start their own business. What are some of the things that they should do to be successful? And closing out 2017, what could they focus on to be prepared for 2018?
Absolutely. I was watching your show from yesterday, and you were talking about...
You watched the show from yesterday?
I did.
We are so excited to have this woman watching our show. Wow.
And you were talking about in this last quarter, what should you be focusing on? And one of the things that you have to be clear about is, what is your passion? What are you good at? Maybe you're good at cleaning. Maybe you're good at just being a mother in Zion. Maybe you're good at being the cat lady in your neighborhood. Maybe you're good at public speaking or singing or whatever your thing is. You have to tap into that. You have to understand that those are the things that make you who you are and make you feel like you have a place in the world and that you can make a difference, because it comes from your heart. And whatever you're going to tap into is what the message that you're going to spread. Don't let it be a job. Whatever you're going to get into, make sure that what you're going to tap into is something that's real for you, and that's important. And if you don't know what that is, that's the first thing you need to figure out. What is your passion? And then you can build on that and decide, what do I do with this passion? Do I just share it with my neighbor, or do I share it internationally?
Go ask my neighbor. Are you going to sing for us today?
Come to me.
I'll be around.
Oh, sing it, Darius.
That's how she's going to sing today.
I'm my mother's child. What can I say? No doubt. Well, we want to thank you for being on the show this morning. You're welcome to come back to the Peace in the Morning Show anytime. Thank you for watching us and bringing the energy and spirit to the table. So give us, if you would, just again, the details for your event on Friday. We hope to be able to come out and actually be on site and broadcast the Peace in the Morning Show from your event Friday evening. But you know, for sure, please share with everybody, you know, what the event is and where it's taking place.
It's the Book Propel. It's in the Great Hall at the St. Philip's Episcopal Church on Bestgate Road. It's at 6 p.m. There will be food, there will be drinks, there will be door prizes, there will be surprises, there will be books on sale. You can also purchase books. They are online at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, also on Liftbridge Publishing. And for Kindle, you can also purchase electronically for your electronic device. But books will be available at the launch. You can come take pictures with me, my team. Also, there will be book signings at that time. We'll have some great music. I strategically placed the time at 6 p.m. I want to catch you as you're getting out of traffic. Don't go to the bar. Come have happy hour with me. Celebrate, and we're going to enjoy each other.
And you're going to sing too, right?
What? At the launch? Come to the launch and see if I sing. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. No doubt. Well, thank you so much, Angela Baltimore. The eyes have it right here on the Peace of the Morning Show. It's been delightful having you, and we look forward to working with you in the future and also promoting and pushing this beautiful piece of penmanship.
And thank you for the book.
You're welcome.
And now we're going to shift to our soap opera for the week. We have Crisscross, I Was Taking a Bath by Queen Eye Sudaberry. When we come right back with the Peace in the Morning Show. Make sure you get it. The Eyes Have It.
Wake up, it's either day or night. You're doing one or two things, they're either wrong or they're right. The color of your skin is very real, so be careful how you let that color make you feel. I remember situations and circumstances change. The color of your skin gonna remain the same. You gotta love yourself some more. Don't let your love slip out the door. Don't let nobody mistake your love for your soul and love yourself. Love yourself. In this world, you can do bad by yourself. You really don't need no help. So be good to your neighbor, 'cause you never know who you need. When you start a job, finish, do the best to succeed. Simplicity is the spice of life. Always assist the things come out right. And pick and choose your friends very carefully. And don't let nobody take from your family. You better love yourself some more. Don't let your love slip out the door. Don't let nobody mistake your love for yours. Don't only love yourself. Love yourself some more. Love yourself some more.
That's right. That was Love Yourself Some More by Queen Aya Sudaberry. Perfect song for the perfect moment. The sister Angela Baltimore, The Eyes Have It, an inspirational book to help you to deal with making the changes in life and being able to accept them and moving forward and making sure that you continuously educate yourself and be willing and open to change. Don't stay in one space and worried about what other people are thinking, what other people are doing. And she also said, follow your passion. You know, whatever that is. If it's being a mother, if it's being a cat
lady.
A cat lady. Cat dog. She must be prophetic too, huh? She got the cat lady in the studio. Speaking of the cat lady, the lady who has about 8 cats, 3 bats, a dog, and a squirrel, and a few raccoons and ferrets.
Yeah.
The queen of the jungle of Tacoma Park, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for
Peace and love. Thank you,
that's
love.
right.
You know,
Crisscross, I Was Taking a Bath. Take it away. Our soap opera for the day. Ba-da.
I love the man. I love him and I want him to love me back. I'm fed up of all the different people want to be in the man's life. He's my man. Mine. When I tell you he's mine, it's my man. And I don't have to worry about going nowhere to look him up and him with somebody else because he only thinking about me all the time. He's always calling me from my cell. He's always sending me flowers. He's always bringing something nice around for me to read or look at or listen to. So I know he's engaged with me because he loved me. And this is how I go about my day. When I'm driving, if you see me smile, oh Lord of mercy, me laughing, I cannot control it. My face bright, boy. Face bright. I'm looking up in the sky, almost crashed the car. I'm so high from the love the man giving me. And I'm not lying to you, the man that's real give me love. When I say the man give me love, the man does give me love. All up in my ears, all in my eyes, the man loving me. My eyebrows, on the back of my neck, man. Him does even do massage on my feet with them teeth.
Have mercy. On the teeth.
I know you all didn't hear me, that's why you love.
On the
Him
teeth.
just give me the massage on my feet with them teeth. To go deep tissue. He just give me the deep tissue massage.
The deep teeth massage, huh?
Yes, and it goes deep into the tissue. And like where the pituitary start and the big toe, he does rub it up with his teeth sideways.
Oh, Lord, man.
One time he had a headache. He said, baby, take off your shoe. I took off my shoe. The man put my feet in a tub of water, scrubbed them down, cleaned them up good, and he put it right in the mouth.
Yeah.
And he bite into the big toe and rub around the teeth, the two top teeth.
Yeah.
The next thing you know, my headache was gone. Me no lying, you know. My headache was gone. Then he moved over to the next toe. I started feeling like in the top of my eyebrow then. I started feeling it in my eyebrow a little bit. You understand? And then he gone over to the next toe. I start to feel it in my ears. I start to feel it in my ears. I'm not kidding you. The man sort of rubbed the teeth underneath my toe, in the middle, all in here. Like, you know, there's a part of your foot that never touched the ground. You don't know that? Put your foot flat on the floor, even if you're flat-footed. There's a part right underneath the toes that never touch the ground. It is the most sacred part on the body that nothing goes, even the sun doesn't get to it unless you turn your feet up to the sun.
Unless you nibble it.
That man has put that part of me feet in his mouth.
Got a
And it does suck on the toes.
Talk about a mouthful.
He suck on the toes, you know. I start to feel ecstatic.
I had that happen to me once.
This is what I love about this man. He always have great experiences. This man always having great experiences, as we can tell.
Hey, ain't nothing like it.
The sacred part of the foot.
I know exactly
This
what
is
she's
it.
talking about.
And then he gone over. Man, you know, I'm feeling it in my eyes, my ears, my nose, the upper bridge here, and my cheekbones, and all in my head. And now the man gone to my small toe.
Is that reflexology?
And I'm feeling it in my mouth,
Oh.
like vibrations then. So no one can tell me that the man don't love me.
That's love.
You know, no man is loving you if he not loving your feet but the teeth. I'm telling you right now. So all of you who feel like, oh, my man love me, and my man care for me, and my man can't wait to see me and pump me up. Let me tell you something. If he's not pumping you up with the teeth to the feet, you are missing it, because the day a man come and just by accident put his mouth to your feet, you're going to change. So don't remember and don't forget. Keep it on you.
Keep it on.
Keep the feeling on you,
Oh, man.
because it's everlasting. Feet to teeth.
Crisscross, I was taking a bath. Queen Eye, Suda Bay. Hey, sisters, if your brother's not nibble up, take a nibble off of that. Ow. Then you got some problems. Or not a problem, but it's an opportunity to get some solutions, which is teeth on the feet. Hey, brothers, you heard it right here live. Not just rubbing them. Now, some brothers will rub, but now you must rub, caress, and
The teeth to the feet, and not rough.
Teeth to the feet.
Don't.
That goes both ways.
Don't-
I didn't have it, so I know what it is.
Don't do it. Don't do it rough.
Don't do it rough.
Don't do it rough
No,
and
you can't do it
hard.
rough.
You don't do it. You do it in a kind of circular motion. And then you do it right in the middle with the ball of the foot that goes down on the ground. Like say you're a ballet dancer. You have the ball of the foot, you dance on that. With that part, you rub it around. And you push up and pull down. Push up and pull. It's a mouth exercise, so you'll get younger looking, because you have to use all the muscles in your face. So if you want to look younger, I suggest you do the teeth massage to your meat on the foot. Another part of it, lower heel. Now for those who have the scuffy feet, they start to encourage you to start to do something about your scuffy feet. Soak them in a little vinegar and baking soda and hot water and get those feet soft.
Ain't
And
nobody doing that massage on those scuffy.
oh my God, I don't even want to look at it. Let alone touch you. If they see the scuffy feet, they might have an emergency and have to leave you.
Oh, no, like
you know?
earlier in the week. Oh.
Yeah, so just remember to do these things. Take care of your body and get a good teeth massage. No, I'm not encouraging you any other wear but the teeth for today on the feet.
All right.
Right.
Okay, well, there we go. You had it right here on the Peace of the Morning Show. Teeth to the feet. Yes, by the Queen. That's truly an exercise for love.
Yes, it is.
The holistic sexual healing and family lifestyles. You better clean them and also take your shoes off when you come in the house so you can make sure that you don't bring all of those bacteria and funguses and all kinds of things that are in the street into your household. I don't know about you, but we like to relax, lay back on the carpet, on the floor, laugh. You can fall down and do whatever you want to do. But when you got the things from the bathroom that are in your kitchen or in your bedroom from the restaurant or the bus stop or the train station or the airport, ooh. So.
Darius knows about this. Darius knows about this because he was a baby. I did the teeth massage to Darius. So I hope you don't think he's fooling anybody here today. Like brothers and sisters learn about it. He already know about it. You know, he had the teeth massage from a baby. And all mothers need to give the teeth massage to the baby. It tickles them, but it also comforts them. You want them to sleep good? Start giving them the teeth massage and see the baby pass right out.
There we go.
And he grows up expecting.
He grows up expecting to have his teeth to the feet. And when a woman she don't want it, he says, that can't be me girl.
Kick to the curb.
This is how me keep me man, because me know a lot of women wouldn't do this, but me keep the man because me the subtle.
Okay. Oh, all right, here we go. Hot fun in the fall, okay? I know y'all like hot fun in the summertime, but here on the Peace of the Morning Show, we have hot fun in the fall, making it to the next level, taking it all the way to the top. Thank you so much, Queen Ayasudebe, for sharing. Crisscross, I was taking a bath, and after I got out the tub, I was able to get that foot bite. So we're wrapping on up to give you a quick lesson. You heard about it, you learned about it, you heard from Angela Baltimore, author of The Eyes Have It. You also heard about the agenda this coming weekend for the Legislative Black Caucus. We want to make sure that everybody comes out, take off from work, bring your children at workshops for children. The topics, range from veterans, small business, large businesses, the cannabis industry, and how the state of Maryland needs to reinvest in making sure that African Americans, who are 33% of the population, have an opportunity to be involved in this billion-dollar industry coming to Maryland. Well, it's here in Maryland now. So as we shift and we'll come back to holistic sexual healing and family lifestyles, and then we'll be rolling out on the Peace of the Morning Show. But before we do that, just a little bit of music. Give it up. Queen, Poro. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to the Queen. In the Forest by Queen Ayasudebe and the Royal Court Orchestra. And you heard the orchestra just now sound. It sounds so beautiful. Don't you agree, Delegate Barnes?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And now it's time for the holistic sexual healing and family lifestyles health tips with Queen Ayasudebe. Take it away, Queen.
Okay, give thanks and praises. I just want to take you to an automobile. Driving. You're driving an automobile when you're moving your body. Let's look at the human body as an automobile. It needs gas. It needs oil. It needs lubricating so it won't be stiff. Okay? It needs cleaning. So when you get in it, you feel good, and a lot of dirt and dust doesn't get in your lungs. And on the outside, if you have to touch something, the dirt isn't messing up your queen or your king's clothes. And it's all about your hygiene, so it needs cleaning. Tires need air in them. So you need oxygen. It needs filtering out. So then you start to think of parts of the car as parts of the body, like the carburetor. What is the carburetor in the human body? It is the lung that you breathe in oxygen. We call it the carburetor because it exhales carbon, acid, gas, without which you will die. Let me say that again. The carburetor of the human body is the lungs that you breathe because you exhale carbon, acid, gas, and without it, you will die. So what happens with the carburetor, the lungs? The body for days, weeks, and months can live without food only if you can get a little water. And in many cases, you can go on a 10-day dry fast, never touch a drink of water, and still live if you know how to breathe with good lungs. But you know one thing the body cannot live with? Let's say it all together. Oxygen.
All right.
You have to have oxygen. The minute oxygen leaves the brain, it's over.
It's over.
Okay? Your lungs inhale about 20,000 pints of air a day. So if you're smoking cigarettes, you've already cut off the oxygen. If you're eating a lot of fatty foods, greasy foods, French fries, pizza, heavy dough foods, bread, bake, every day, it's turning into a thick like mucus. You gotta keep going. Who wants to be around somebody doing that all the time? First thing in the morning, all morning long, all afternoon. You're walking out with them and they It's lacking oxygen. You're clogging the lungs. You're clogging the esophagus. And when you go to sleep at night, you're getting something called sleep apnea. It's too much mucus. It's flour and water make glue. When we were little, that's what my mother used to make our paper planes and projects for school in elementary school. Flour and water makes paste. So you put that paste in the lungs. You keep eating bread, you have a pasty lung. Some people sound like they're going to die when they're sleeping. Sleep apnea. So you want to change that? You've got to clean out the carburetor. You're exhaling millions of molecules of carbon acid every time you exhale and inhale. So what can you do? What can be the strainer for this activity? Lots of fresh, clean water. Exercise. Exercise and good fruits and vegetables. Nice smoothies in the morning. And I always encourage the ginger. Always encourage the ginger. Because it can break through into that carburetor and splash those things and push them out. So when you think about that, the carburetor is the respiratory system. It's how you breathe. You've got to keep it clean. Stop the smoking. I encourage you to just love yourself some more. Just love yourself some more.
Why don't you give us love yourself some more real quick? Please?
Love yourself some more. Don't let your love slip out the door. Don't let anybody mistake their love for yours. Love yourself some more. When you wake up, it is either day or night. You are doing one of two things. It is either wrong or right. And the color of your skin is very real. Be careful how you let that color make you feel. situations and circumstances change, but the color of your skin is going to remain the same. You need to love yourself some more.
And that's our peaceful moment today on the Peace in the Morning Show. Thank you so much. Let's give it up for the Queen. All right. Holistic Sexual Healing and Family Lifestyles. Thank you so much, Doug Rozier, for supporting us. All the folks that is the beloved
Dirty Fresh.
Peace in the Morning family. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for sharing this video. We encourage you to please share this, push it out there, because we are taking it to the next level here on the Peace in the Morning Show. We got some big things coming. We this weekend we'll be at the book signing for I Have the Eyes Have It, Angela Baltimore in Annapolis, Maryland. Also, we're going to stop down at the Legislative Black Caucus and speak with some of the delegates and senators and folks who are making a difference in the state of Maryland from a legislative perspective. This is Darius Stanton, your host for Delegate Darrell Barnes, Queen Ayesubebe, Queen to the world. Mr. Clark, Mr. Shaul, thank you so much. Our engineers, peace in the morning.
Peace in the morning does not judge
Thank you.
another man's mistakes, and the patient man, he is always willing to wait. Forbearance causes self-possession to the word, and you know a kind man, he never knows.